Once upon a time, in a quiet mountain village surrounded by mist-covered hills, there lived a young man named Elias, who was 24 years old and carried a mind that never rested. His thoughts were always moving like restless wind, shifting between memories of the past and fears of the future. And because of this, his heart felt heavy every single day. He could not sleep peacefully, he could not enjoy simple moments, and even happiness felt distant, as if it belonged to someone else. One day, Elias heard about a remote village hidden deep in the hills, where an old man was said to live. This man, once known as a respected psychologist in a distant city, had helped countless people understand their minds and find peace. But after years of a busy life, he left everything behind and chose silence and nature over noise and fame. Now he lived simply in a small wooden house and sometimes guided those who came searching for answers. Elias felt something awaken inside him and decided he must go and meet this man, believing that maybe, just maybe, his mind could finally find rest. After a long and exhausting journey through rough paths and quiet forests, Elias finally reached the hidden village. When he arrived, he saw a small, humble house surrounded by green plants and soft morning light, and on the porch sat the old man with calm eyes and a peaceful presence, as if time itself moved slower around him. Elias stepped closer and said softly, "My mind never stops. It keeps pulling me in every direction." The old man looked at him gently and smiled, as if he had seen this pain many times before. He led Elias to a small yard, filled a glass completely with water until it reached the very top, where even the smallest movement could make it spill. Then he handed it to Elias and said, "Walk to the edge of the village and come back, but do not let a single drop fall." Elias nodded carefully, holding the glass with both hands as he began to walk through the village path, where people moved around him, children played, shopkeepers called out, and life continued in its usual noise. But Elias did not look away. His entire focus stayed on the glass in his hands. He finally returned. The old man looked at him and asked, "Did you see the children playing or hear the sounds around you?" Elias shook his head and said, "No, I saw nothing and heard nothing. I was only focused on not spilling the water." The old man smiled softly and said, "That is the secret. When your mind is fully in the present, there is no space for fear, no room for regret, and no weight of tomorrow or yesterday." Elias stood silent as understanding slowly filled him, realizing that peace was never something far away. It was always inside him, waiting in the present moment. The old man looked toward the setting sun as warmth spread across the hills, and Elias felt something inside him change. For the first time, his mind was quiet, not because the world changed, but because he had learned where to place his attention. And as he walked back down the village path, he was no longer the same restless man. He now carried a calm he had never known before, and a truth that would stay with him forever.